Hi friends, it's time for another lesson with Mrs. Stoffer, and we're continuing learning about the element of color. We've been doing that for this whole month, and this is the last couple weeks we're going to be doing color. So today I have a special surprise for you guys. I brought one of my favorite stories, and it's called Swatch, the Girl Who Loved Color by Julia Denos. So that's what I'm going to read to start the lesson, is I'm going to read you the story about Swatch. In a place where colors run wild, there lived a girl who was wilder still. Her name was Swatch, and she was a color tamer. She was small, but she was not afraid. She could run with the wildest shades, train them to dance and do magic. With a little patience, she learned to hunt the rare ones. Bravest Green shot up the first week of March. In between Gray lived on her kitten's leg. Rumble Tumble Pink rolled through the sky on the heels of outgoing thunderstorms. When she called them by name, they would come to her because Swatch loved color, and color loved Swatch back. Swatch had never thought of capturing a color until the day she lured just laid blue straight from its nest and into a jam jar. "Stay," Swatch said, and her color stayed. How beautiful it looked behind glass. You could use a friend," she said to Blue. So she caught one more, then another, and another. Soon Swatch's room was full to bursting. The colors circled, restless in their jars. They were magnificent, but there was still one color left to catch. I wonder what it is. Morning came, and there it was, fast fading and fierce, the king of all yellows. Blooming in the sidewalk crack in spite of the shadows, Swatch was ready. At last, yellowest yellow would be hers. Suddenly she heard a small sound. Said yellowest yellow. "What are you doing?" Swatch had never asked if a color wanted taming. "Yellowest yellow," she asked politely, "would you like to climb into this jar? You could sit on a shelf right next to Blue. You could make green together all day long if you wanted. I'll poke holes in the top and I'll feed you dinner." But Yellow, knowing that was no way to live, said, "No, thank you." And Swatch, who could have scooped it up anyway, said, "Okay," given that small but kindly allowance. It grew and yawned and stretched and twirled and bloomed and whirled and fleamed and swirled. It's spreading, billowing, twisting, up, 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 up. It sprouted ears and pointy teeth. It was as big as a house. "Roar!" went yellowish yellow. Swatch felt small. Her jaw seemed silly. Her jar seemed silly. She had forgotten colors were wild, so she shut her eyes and prepared to be eaten. Then Swatch heard something sweet and warbling, like the fleet of canaries. She smelled something warm and buttery, like breakfast. Then something swished against her knee, purring and soft, and just like home, so she opened her eyes. She reached out her hand, and stretching from her tiptoes, she found she could indeed touch Yellow. "Hold on," Yellow said, and it pulled her up, 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 high up over the rooftops. She called her colors by name, and they came to her. Look at all those beautiful colors. They came to her. Together, they made a masterpiece. And that's the end of Swatch and her colors. With Swatch, the Girl Who Loved Colors, we're going to do something really fun. I'm going to give you a big piece of this white paper, and this is not part of our project. It's just to protect your desk from getting messy and getting marker on it. So put this down on your desk first. I'm going to put mine the tall way like this. And then I'm going to give you one of these plastic sheets. It's called a sheet protector, but we're going to use this for art today. Just put this on top of the white paper. So the plastic sheet's on top of that big piece of white. Then you're going to get your markers. And you're gonna color on this plastic sheet. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now that this markers don't stick really well to this, but that's part of the project. So basically you can color any kind of designs or patterns you want. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. So I'm just gonna like make a circle of purple, and you can just kind of see how it doesn't stick super well to the plastic, but that's okay because that's what we need it to do for this project. I'm just color some sections of different colors. You can just kind of scribble it on here. Whatever colors you want to use. I'll put some green around that purple like that. I think I'll put a little bit of pink on here. I probably try not to like mix them together too much, maybe just a little bit. Put some yellow on there. I don't want the markers to get all messy, you know. Sometimes if you color over other colors, it makes it kind of messy. I'll put a little more purple in. I don't know if I want red on this one. I think I'm just gonna put some pink up here too. Okay, once I get like lots of color on here, get a big spot of color, then I'm gonna give you this jar. Remember how Swatch caught the colors and put them in a jar? Well, we're gonna catch these colors and we're gonna put them in this jar. So this is how we do it. I'm gonna come by, when you have your plastic colored, I'll come by with my magic spray. Remember my magic spray? I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Then I'm gonna spray this, I'm gonna spray this jar piece of paper with some water, like that. Just get it kind of wet, a little bit wet. See the water on there? Then what you do is take the wet side of this, you lay it on here. You press it down, rub it really good like this. Rub, 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 rub. Get out to the edges. Then, when you lift it up, you're gonna catch some colors in your jar. Are you ready? Look at this! I caught all these beautiful colors. So, that's your art project for today. You get to catch colors in your jar. You're gonna have to let that dry. Don't touch it a lot because it's gonna get on your fingers if you do. And this, when you're done with this, you can take a wet wipe and wipe that off. And then you can use it again if you want to make another one. I'll just get a tissue for now, but a wet wipe probably works for this. Maybe even a tissue. Yeah, you can just wipe out. Actually, this tissue works really good, so maybe we'll use tissues. And then if you want to do another one, you can. But we probably only get to make 2. It's probably all the time we have to make. But I hope you guys had fun learning about Swatch, the girl who loved colors. And I hope you have a great time catching your colors in a jar. I love you guys. We'll see you later.